What's up, everybody? You are here with SteelCity Duelist once again with another fantastic deck profile. Obviously, we know the ban list came out February 7th. Oh no, skill drain, how are we gonna play? Blah, blah, blah. You know what? You just got a freaking duel. How about that? How about you just duel? Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. All right, today's deck profile, we're going to be doing Shaddoll Dogmatika Invoked. One of my very, very favorite decks, very near to my heart. Love playing with it, love annoying my friends with it as well. So without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? Let's start off with the monsters. So we're gonna start off with the Shaddoll part. We got one Shaddoll Beast, one How's Squamata doing? One Shaddoll Dragon, one Shaddoll Aerial, and last Shaddoll monster we have is Wendy. Now, pretty standard, Beast, draw, Squamata, target destroy to send as well. I love a dragon, flip, can return a card, you're putting controls, send to grave, also can pop spell and trap, and Shaddoll, you know, one of the underrated Shaddoll monsters, I think. You can banish 3 cards from either grave, or you can also special summon one of the banished Shaddoll monsters. And then Wendy, obviously you can bring a Shaddoll from deck or grave. So that's our Shaddoll lineup. Let's get into the Dogmatika. We play 3 Ecclesia, the Virtuous, lovely lady, cutie patootie. We play 1 Maximus and 1 Fleur de Lis. Pretty standard stuff. 5 Dogmatika. Into the Invoke part, obviously we just got 3 Alistair the Invoker. Great card. Love to see it in hand. Also love to see in hand and then use Magical Meltdown to search. You get ashed, then you can still go into it. They use a hand trap. Love it. All right, so those are our monsters for our Dogmatika Shaddoll Invoked. Now let's get into some of the spells we have. So what I like to do, my little sauce and spice, play 1 Terraforming, 2 Cosmic Cyclone. I know Speed Duel Edition, but I love the Secret Speed Duel. So we got that. We got 3 Shaddoll Fusions. Obviously, with the extra deck being as very prevalent as it is, you gotta love Shaddoll Fusion. You gotta love it, especially when you can special summon using cards from your deck. Run 2 Invocation, pretty standard. Love the card. And then, obviously, with the ban list, no more 3 Nadir Servants. So we got our 2 Nadir Servants. Just outstanding card. Seems pretty broken, which is probably why Konami said, hey, no 3, down to 2. And then we got our 3 Magical Meltdowns. Get to search Alistair. I love the combo when you already have Alistair in hand and use Magical Meltdown. Like I mentioned, you can use one of them to just get rid of one of the hand traps your opponent has if they don't. And then if not, then you got 2 Alistairs in hand. Combo wombo. I like to play 3 Forbidden Chalices. You know what they do. Forbidden, target, negate, add 400 attack. It's all right. You know, little spicy sauce, little extra expensive sauce. 3 Forbidden Drop. Just amazing card. Makes pretty much any deck kind of playable. With the right deck, just makes it unstoppable. Gotta love the drip drop. Into traps. Now, we have our normal Shaddoll Schism. Pretty standard. Not gonna hate on it. Love it. Love to see it. Gets rid of just pretty much anything. Yeah. Not much more I can say about Shaddoll Schism. Now here is my just spice. You're going to be like, whoa. You're crazy, but let me know what you're doing with it. So my extra 3 traps that I run is Grave Digger's Trap Hole. Now I know. What even is this card? What does it even do? What are you doing? Do you even know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh? All right, let me explain it to you. I absolutely love this card. The fact that it's not getting more playing action kind of surprises me. I understand some people's reasoning, but the reason why I play this is it's a great kind of going first card if you have it, set it down. So essentially, if you don't know what the card does, when your opponent activates a monster effect in their hand or graveyard, or when your opponent's banished monster effect is activated, negate its effects, and if you do, inflict 2,000 damage to your opponent. So, opponent activates in hand, grave, or banish. That's besides the field. That is anywhere else you can activate a monster effect, negate it, and inflict 2,000. Now, sounds pretty sick. It is pretty sick. So the reason why I love main decking this is when I get into Mechaba, I like having this in hand, the beginning of the duel, so that I can kind of negate a spell or negate its trap, because this is a trap. Because now it's a very trap heavy meta, and having this in hand is great. And it's also a little added effect of mind games. All mind games in Yu-Gi-Oh! You don't need to be stiff and mind games. You Mechaba something, throw that to grave. They're looking at it. What? He's playing that? All right, what the heck else? Now you're in their head. And I love it. My first ever locals duel, I had 2 set down. Now, this is not once per turn. If you have all 3 set down and somehow your opponent just, boom, has 3 effects, boom, that's already 6K done. I won my first locals match having 2 set down. He tried to activate something in hand and then in banished. He only had 4K life points. Boom, boom. Had no response. I won the duel. And let's just say he was pretty upset. Yeah. I love it. Love Gravedigger's Trap Hole. And just to finish off, 40 card deck, just to finish off the deck, a very, very familiar Gamma package. You got to send some cards in this deck, send the driver. You got 3 instances of Gamma, all light for Construct and Mechaba targets as well. Don't really run, I do run hand traps when I feel like it. Got a lot in the side deck, but the main hand trap is Gamma. And kind of, I mean, Gravedigger's Trap Hole also can be a little bit of a hand trap. You get this card on your first turn, set it, and then, you know, a lot of people in the meta, they have activated effects in hand, grave, or banished, and boom, pop it, negate it, take 2K, boom, lickety split. So that is my 40 card deck. I switched some things around when, you know, I think I need some other side cards in here, but let me just get into that now. But, you know, flippity flop. So side deck, always playing around with this because you never know what you need. I like having some cards in there. So first side deck, Nibiru, the primal being. Primal because a lot of decks nowadays special summon 5 or more times easily on the first turn. Play this, kind of ruin their board. I like maining this, but obviously since Nadir went down to 2, I had an extra slot. So, you know, I was like, you know what, I'll put the Gamma package in there. But love having Nib. Definitely disrupts a lot of boards. Pretty standard, but love me some Nibs. I also like to run Fantastical Dragon Phantasme. There's always at least one Link summon your opponent usually does, depending on the deck. I play against Dragon Link a whole bunch. This comes up a lot. Even Sword Soul, you gotta link. Tri-Brigade Lyrilusk, Flow Underease, Wing Beast, like they all got some link monsters. I also like, you know, get to draw 2, send back. I do toy around taking this out of the side and putting something else in, but for now, you know, I like having it in there, surprising. People forget this card exists, so it's nice to surprise your opponents. Like I said, mind games. So another household, we got 3 Ice Dragons Prisons. If I know I'm dealing with a trap heavy deck, I side this out with Forbidden Chalice, so I got these and my Gravedigger's Trap Hole. Knowing I have Mecha Bus, I have a lot more options to negate the activation of a trap card. And yeah, you can banish one, bring it back. Pretty standard stuff. And the Prismatic Seeker looks pretty freaking sick. And then I also got Dark Ruler, no more, the Prismatics, not the poor versions. This definitely has helped me break some boards up, especially against Sword Soul when I, draw a shitty hand and I got nothing but this and I got to do something because they got 5 negates and pops and blah, blah, blah. So this definitely does help. I do like siding this out, though, for some Kaijus. We'll go with that into the last side deck, but definitely something always to have. You never know who you're going to run into, what kind of crazy shit people come up with. And now my last side deck cards. You're going to think I'm crazy, even with the Gravedigger's Trap Hole, but this is just for fun. I know there are much better cards than this, but I play 3 Santa Claus. I know. What the fuck are you doing? Right? Santa Claus. Now, I don't like it's a kaiju pretty much, but so I can special summon this card from my hand to your opponent's side of the field in defense position by tributing one monster they control. Kaiju, however, the reason this card sucks is if summoned this way, once during the end phase of this turn, you can draw 1 card. So if your opponent controls this at the end phase, they can activate it and draw 1 card. Fucking sucks. I know, because you never want your opponents to draw more cards. However, when you Santa Claus someone, when you Santa Claus Sword Soul, they have no idea what the fuck you're doing. Santa Claus? What? Are you kidding me? And so that's why I like to play it. It's fun. It's silly. If I'm going to a big tournament, I definitely side this out. Playing at my locals, I keep this in because it just fucks with their heads. And there's a good point of time where I am able to get this off the field. That the same term I tribute it. If not, sometimes your opponent forgets to even activate the card. So it does help with a little bit of luck. If they don't activate it, they're not gonna be able to draw one. They forget, then boom, then it's just a normal kaiju. But yeah, so that's just my extra deck. Let's go in my side deck. See, getting too crazy. That's my side deck. Let's go into the extra deck. All right, so got some links and a bunch of fusion. Obviously, this is a fusion deck. So my links, we got Salaman, Great Owl Mirage. We got Secure Gardena. We got the boy Predaplant, Verde Anaconda, standard. And my prized possession, we got Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos. Sick card. It's the Ultimate Edition. It's just a freaking sick ass card. Love it. If your opponent, with Maximus, Ecclesia, you're going to have 3 monsters on board when you get your combo going, if not more. Obviously, you can't special summon from the extra deck when you activate the Dogmatika cards. However, you're able to pass your opponent's turn. You've got at least 3 on the field. You go into this bad boy. Maximus is level 8. Can't be destroyed by card effects. Activate effects. Just insane. Going into the Invoked, we got Invoked Purgatrio, Invoked Ragin, Invoked Oguades, sick card. Since this is a fusion deck, this is a must. On summon, target destroy 1 face-up monster, then you can banish fusion monster and gain its attack until the end of the opponent's turn. Just sick. Got Invoked Mechaba, 2 Invoked Mechaba. Gotta have 2. Sometimes I take 1 out, and sometimes I run Super Poly, so I take 1 out to put Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Just depends on what you're feeling that day. Sometimes I need a 2 Mecha, but sometimes Super Poly messes up my opponents more, so just depends on what you're feeling that day. Those are just the Invoked. And then 1 Elder Entity Entis, one Titaniclad, pop, get back in the Dogmatika card, Pretty simple. And then my Shaddolls, I got Alp Cologne, or El Capone as we like to call, Construct, and then 2 Winda. Pretty standard. Love the Winda. Obviously special summon. Kind of messes you up too, but messes your opponent up more. Construct, Al Capone. Pretty great stuff. Thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe our channel. We're new, so we're gotta start somewhere, right? So appreciate you guys tuning in, and please leave some comments on what you liked, what you didn't like, what I can improve on, some of the things that worked for you. If you use this deck too, love it. Communication. SteelCity Duelist out.